Hello, welcome to my show. Yesterday was 9/11, very special day for many people, especially in Singapore. They made an announcement that there will be no elections for the presidential position. 3 cheers. We don't have to waste time and we don't have to waste money. Madame Halimah, congratulations, you will be president. It's a great decision to make to cancel the elections. So with all the money we will save and the time we will save, use it for a better use. Give every Singapore household $100 and make them spend it in Singapore. It will give our economy a great boost when we all need it. Top of the news for the 7th of September, Singapore faces double whammy in labour supply.
Global economic forecaster Oxford Economics reports greatest concern for Singapore among Asia-Pacific nations. She has the most serious shrinking workforce and slower progress in getting more people into the labour market.
You know why? MOM is no better than a slave trader. All they want is plenty of levies to be collected. When you employ a foreign worker, he is not allowed to multitask, and that is the stupidity of the system. So you have to employ a Singaporean as a driver to drive all these foreign workers, and the Singaporean worker is expensive. He sits there, all he does is smoke and shake his legs, right? And that's all he does, because the foreign worker is not allowed to drive. Multitasking is the answer. You know, on my farm, one worker has to do everything, right? But if the MOM were to check, they will say, oh, he's a vegetable farm worker, hence he cannot wash the toilet. Can you believe it? HDB, SUTD to tie up to create new urban kampung. No need to waste time on research. No need to waste time getting to what we are trying to do. Just talk to the older people. What do your younger people also look for when they go abroad? They go to places where they like to swim, they like to go to the nature, etc. So just bring the Ol Kampung back, and it's very easy to do. Go across the causeway, look at all the kampungs there, and bring it back here. Kishore Mahbubani, smart Indian. I love to read his articles because they are quite good. But recently, I noticed the continuous trend of writing things about his dead masters. Kishore, move on. A great example are the landowners. The Aljunites who own 25% of Singapore gave up their land. The Alsagoffs and people like my father, we gave up our land at peanut prices. We didn't complain because we knew that was a good thing for Singapore. That's why the government owns 90% of the land in Singapore, and we are such a rich country. You know, I'm totally computer illiterate. I've never turned on a computer in my life. I've never WhatsApp in my life. But I have really good friends who sends me things like ST Review to show me what this Chan Chun Sing and General Putucherry are preaching. The Malay race is essentially Muslim, and that all Indian Muslims are Malays. And Christian Malays are not Malays. I mean, I'm confused with this whole few sentences that I read. Actually, if they don't know what they're talking about, they should just STFU. You get it? And don't talk rubbish. The AVA CEO is going to be the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Lim Kok Tai. Welcome to the Kranji countryside. Now, the farmers who are crooks and the crooks who are farmers will better watch out. We will clean up all the dumping, we will clean up all the misuse and abuse of our land, and we will bring the Kranji countryside to be the most beautiful gem in our little beautiful island in the sun. 3 cheers to goodness. This lovely lady, I read about her very often, Madam Indrani Elizabeth Nadison. She's 77 years old. and has been a fantastic, tireless foster mother. For all the wonderful work she did, we have given her Tabla's 7th Community Champion Award. I wonder what it is. Must be another one of those, so dust collectors. Let's do something to look after this wonderful person who has looked after so many in her younger days, and make sure that we look after her in her older days. Really good coffee, Bon Cafe. Cheap and good. Young teens with big followings on social media, I think it's wonderful. I think if I were younger, I'll have millions of followers too. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think as long as they have good values and they use their fame to do good, I don't think there's anything wrong. Also, this poor couple who was sponsored for their wedding, what's the problem? I mean, look, we spend money buying songs of people, of singers, etc. We pay for them to become famous and make them rich. What's wrong if our own people can get some sponsorship and become famous and become richer? Don't be jealous or and so forth. When people can do something more for themselves, let's support them. Life is simple. You either use or be used. If you're not happy to go to a wedding to find out that they are being sponsored, then do what I do. I never go to weddings. 24-hour dementia go-to point opens in Yishun. Why don't we just make the community center the go-to place for everyone? I believe we have 105 community centers nicely placed around the island, and we also have about that many members of parliament. So let's put that two together and use it for the people who put them there. You can go there 24/7. The member of parliament, the highly paid member of parliament, should be there 24/7 because that should be their job. And they should look at everything from somebody who got constipation, to the fellow who has dementia, to the fellow who needs a job, to the fellow who's drunk, to the fellow who's desperate. No need to have one building so far away in Yishun for people to go to. The community center was built for a reason. It is for the community. Use it. Nee-Soon GLC MP Louis Ng, he's going to speak about housing for single parents. I think that's a damn good subject, and he should push for it so that we don't have another group of second-class citizens left behind with no homes. Don't punish the child because of a mistake that the mother did. CJ reminds doctors, lawyers of public duty about bloody time. And CJ, please don't forget the engineers, the judges, in fact, everybody in the civil service, and most importantly, our politicians. We can only move from great to good if our people are honest. And it is no point being great if you are just evil. We should have a good country. 3 cheers, CJ. 3 cheers. Thank you for watching my show, and thank you for your comments. I enjoy reading them. It keeps me motivated to continue speaking on your behalf. If you can, please subscribe so that we can pay for my coffee and my whiskey, and also have a great week ahead.